Talk English Vault.
Learn English with podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Talk English Vault. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Mike. Thanks for tuning in today.
You know, Mike, we've been teaching English for years, and if I had to pick the one thing that almost every learner struggles with at first, it's introducing themselves.
Absolutely. And it's funny because it seems so simple, right? But there's actually a whole world of difference between introducing yourself in a casual setting versus a professional one.
Exactly. So today, we're diving deep into this essential skill. We'll cover everything from basic introductions to advanced techniques that'll make you sound like a native speaker.
Whether you're meeting new friends, attending a job interview, or networking at a conference, we've got you covered. Let's get started.
All right, Mike, let's start with the fundamentals. What's the most basic way to introduce yourself?
Well, the classic structure is simple. Hi, I'm Name, or hello, my name is Name. For example, hi, I'm Mike, or hello, my name is Mike Chen.
Right! And here's a common mistake I hear. Some learners say, I am Mike, without the contraction. Now, that's not wrong grammatically, but it sounds very formal and a bit robotic.
Great point. Native speakers almost always use contractions in casual speech. I'm Mike sounds much more natural than I am Mike.
Now, what comes after your name? Most people want to share a bit more about themselves.
Exactly. You can add where you're from. For example, hi, I'm Mike and I'm from Taiwan. Or I'm originally from Canada, but I live in New York now.
Notice Mike said, I'm from, not I come from. Both are correct, but I'm from is more common in introductions.
Another thing you can add is what you do. I'm a teacher, or I work in marketing, or I'm a student at UCLA.
Let's put it all together. Mike, give us a complete basic introduction.
Sure. Hi, I'm Mike. I'm from Taiwan, but I've been living in the U.S. for about 5 years. I work as an English teacher, and I love helping people improve their communication skills.
Perfect. That's natural, informative, and friendly. Notice how Mike used I've been living instead of I live. That little detail shows duration and adds sophistication.
And Sarah, one more crucial thing, make eye contact and smile. Your body language is just as important as your words.
Absolutely. A warm smile can make all the difference. All right, now let's talk about some common mistakes we hear all the time. Mike, what's number 1 on your list?
Oh, definitely saying my name is too many times in the same conversation. I've heard people say, my name is Sarah. My name is spelled S-A-R-A-H. My name means princess.
Laughs. Okay, that's a bit extreme, but I see your point. Once you've introduced your name, you can just use pronouns. I'm Sarah. It's spelled S-A-R-A-H, and it actually means princess in Hebrew.
Much better. Another mistake is giving too much information too quickly. You don't need to share your entire life story in the first 30 seconds.
Right. Save some conversation for later. Keep your introduction concise. About 20 to 30 seconds is perfect.
Here's another one. Pronouncing your own name unclearly. If you have a name that's difficult for English speakers, slow down when you say it. You can even offer a nickname or mention how people usually pronounce it.
Great advice. For example, my name is Xiao Ying, but most people call me Shelley. Or I'm Rajesh, but you can call me Raj if that's easier.
And here's a big one. Forgetting to show interest in the other person. An introduction shouldn't be a monologue.
Exactly. After you introduce yourself, ask the other person a question. How about you? or what do you do, or where are you from?
This turns your introduction into a conversation, which is what you really want.
Now let's talk about the difference between formal and informal introductions, because context matters so much.
Absolutely. The way you introduce yourself at a party is very different from how you'd introduce yourself in a job interview.
Let's start with informal settings. Mike, how would you introduce yourself at a friend's birthday party?
I'd keep it super casual. Hey, I'm Mike. I work with Jessica at the marketing firm. How do you know the birthday girl?
Perfect. Notice the casual hey instead of hello, and Mike immediately found common ground by mentioning Jessica. That's smart socializing.
Thanks. Now, Sarah, how would you introduce yourself in a professional networking event?
Good question. I'd say, good evening. My name is Sarah Thompson. I'm a senior consultant at Brighton Education. I specialize in curriculum development for language programs. What brings you to the conference?
Notice the differences. Good evening instead of hey, full name instead of just first name, and a clear description of professional expertise.
Exactly. And in formal settings, you might also want to add your company or organization. I'm with ABC Corporation, or I represent the marketing department at XYZ University.
Here's a tip for job interviews specifically. Prepare a 30-second elevator pitch about yourself. Include your background, key skills, and what you're looking for.
Great advice. For example, my name is Sarah Thompson. I have a master's degree in education and 5 years of experience in curriculum design. I'm passionate about creating engaging learning materials, and I'm excited about this position because it would allow me to combine my expertise in education with my interest in technology.
That's impressive. You've told them who you are, what you bring to the table, and why you're interested. All in about 20 seconds.
And remember, in formal situations, wait for the other person to suggest using first names. Don't assume familiarity right away.
Good point. If someone says, "Please call me Robert," then you know you can drop the formality a bit.
All right, let's take it up a notch with some advanced techniques that'll really make your introductions stand out.
First up, storytelling. Instead of just listing facts about yourself, weave them into a mini story. This makes you more memorable.
I love this. Instead of saying, I'm a teacher, you could say, I actually fell into teaching by accident. I was helping a friend prepare for an English exam, and I realized I loved seeing that light bulb moment when something clicks.
See how much more engaging that is? You're not just a teacher, you're someone who discovered their passion through a personal experience.
Another advanced technique is mirroring. Pay attention to how the other person introduces themselves and match their energy and style.
Right. If someone gives you a very brief introduction, keep yours brief. If they're enthusiastic and detailed, you can be more expansive.
Here's one that not many people know. Use the hook technique. Mention something interesting or unusual that invites questions.
Can you give us an example?
Sure. Hi, I'm Sarah. I teach English, and in my free time, I'm trying to visit every national park in the United States. I'm at number 23 so far.
That's brilliant. Now I want to ask which parks you've been to. Which one was your favorite? You've created a natural conversation opener.
Exactly. The hook gives people an easy way to continue the conversation.
Another advanced move is adapting your introduction based on your goal. Are you trying to make friends, find a job, or establish yourself as an expert?
Great point. If you're at a professional conference and want to be seen as an authority, you might say, I'm Sarah Thompson, and I've been researching second language acquisition for the past decade. I'm particularly interested in how technology can enhance language learning.
But if you're at a casual meetup and just want to make friends, you might say, "Hey, I'm Sarah. I teach English, but honestly, I'm here because I love trying new coffee shops, and I heard this one is amazing."
Same person, different contexts, different introductions. That's the mark of someone who really understands communication.
One final advanced tip. Prepare different versions of your introduction for different situations. Think of it like having a wardrobe for different occasions.
I love that analogy. You wouldn't wear a suit to the beach or a swimsuit to a business meeting, right?
Exactly. Your introduction is your verbal outfit. Make sure it fits the occasion.
All right, Mike, let's do some quick role-play scenarios so our listeners can hear these techniques in action.
Great idea. Scenario 1. We're at a coffee shop and we've never met before. I'll start. "Oh, sorry. Did I take your table?"
No, you're fine. There aren't many seats left. Do you mind if I sit here?
"Not at all. I'm Mike, by the way."
Hi, Mike. I'm Sarah. Do you come here often? I'm new to the neighborhood.
"Nice to meet you, Sarah. Yeah, I'm here most mornings. The coffee's great and it's quiet enough to get some work done. What brings you to the area?"
Perfect. Notice how natural that was? We introduced ourselves, but the conversation flowed. Now let's try a professional scenario. We're at a business conference. You approach me.
"Excuse me, is this seat taken?"
Not at all. Please sit down. I'm Sarah Thompson from Brighton Education.
"Nice to meet you, Sarah. I'm Mike Chen. I lead the product development team at TechLearn Solutions. Are you presenting at the conference?"
Actually, yes. I'm doing a workshop tomorrow on curriculum design. What about you?
"I'm here to learn mostly. We're developing a new language learning app, so I'm trying to absorb as much as I can from the experts."
Oh, that's fascinating. I'd love to hear more about it. Maybe we could exchange business cards?
Absolutely.
See how that worked? Professional tone, clear introductions with full names and organizations, and we found common ground quickly.
And notice we both asked questions and showed genuine interest. That's the key to any good introduction.
Wow, Mike, we covered a lot today.
We really did. Let's quickly recap the main points. First, keep your basic introduction simple and natural. Name, where you're from, and what you do.
Second, avoid common mistakes like overusing "my name is," giving too much information at once, or forgetting to ask about the other person.
Third, adjust your introduction based on the context. Formal situations require more detail and professionalism, while casual settings should be relaxed and friendly.
Fourth, use advanced techniques like storytelling, mirroring, and creating hooks to make yourself memorable.
And finally, practice. The more you introduce yourself, the more natural it becomes.
Remember, everyone, even native speakers gets nervous when meeting new people. The key is preparation and practice.
So here's your homework. Write out 3 different versions of your introduction. One casual, one professional, and one that includes a hook. Practice them out loud.
And if you're feeling brave, try them out in real life. Meet someone new this week and introduce yourself.
We'd love to hear how it goes. Leave us a comment on YouTube or send us a message. Share your introduction or tell us what challenges you're facing.
Thanks so much for listening to Talk English Vault. If you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell.
And remember, Every expert was once a beginner. Keep practicing, stay confident, and don't be afraid to put yourself out there.
Until next time, keep learning and keep growing. Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
everyone.